Wow, has been a lot of time. Lots is going on. My head, my heart, everything and in between. So firstly, we have entered, hello, by the way. I hope your day is going great. We have entered the no processed foods. So I'm at the gym, I'm at the treadmill. Before that, I got an update on that. I've got an update on a new girl, a new collaboration, and the universe sending me signs. So they're all the topics that need to be covered today. I'll begin. So I'm at the gym and I, just go back to my usual, we're just gonna go click over outside of carbohydrates and we're just gonna be on protein and fat in ketosis and just walk it all off, right? Man, I'm just standing on the treadmill and I'm like, nah, just McDonald's one more day. And I realized I hate that click over going back to running on fat. And even though it was only 8 days ago, I've now clicked over and I'm running on carbohydrates. I feel so full and I feel muscular and stuff, but it's not my vibe. I don't want to be a beefed up cow, I don't want to be a beefed up cow. And that's what I feel like. And I've put some body fat on, right? And I can see it everywhere, a little bit over my legs, a little bit on my stomach. It hasn't been good. If in theory it's not good, and I go to thoughts of Andrew, you've overeaten, and then just do the 2 hours cardio, that's fine, and you're gonna do it, and once the click over happens, it'll be easier, and you'll just walk it all the way off to your song release. And I'm realizing that I'm like, hang on, plug into your heart. Plug into your heart. Plug into your heart. And I've had a bit of a breakthrough. 2 hours cardio feels like every day I'm going to war. Because it's 2 hours cardio on top of my gym session. And because right now I'm singing, I've got passion, I've got purpose, there's lots of flavor going on. Even though I know it gets you cut, it gets you shredded, it feels like I'm going to war each time. And I don't want to feel like I'm going to war. So I counted it out and I was like, all right, so why am I putting deadlines on any of this? I currently already feel good in my body. That's already started to change. I realize that now as I'm living my pure heart, my body will take care of itself. If I'm not eating processed foods, my body actually will take care of itself. I just need to keep eating a little bit less and keep moving. And it's not hard to eat less unprocessed foods, because unprocessed foods aren't addictive. They're not giving you stuff. They're not they don't have sugars in them. They don't have I just need food. So it's not difficult. And especially if you're on low carbohydrates and just burning fat, your body doesn't actually crave carbohydrates anymore, even in the rice form or in the whatever form. So I was like, all right, so it adds an extra week, adds an extra 2 weeks. You already like how you look now. And you've got 35 days. Where are you rushing to, Andrew? There is no rush. And I was like, wait, Andrew, are you doing this thing where you're you just don't want to do the cardio? You just don't want to do the cardio and you're just being a bitch? And I was like, no, I think I've got to honor my heart. And I was like, all right, I'll just do 1 hour cardio. I ended up doing a bit more today, 1.5 hours, 1 hour at 20 minutes. But I was like 1 hour, and then if I want to walk throughout the day and I feel like it more, I can maybe go for a walk extra. When I feel like it. And that's just warped my whole reality. I was like, well, that's easy now. If I'm going to the gym now, it's just literally for 2 hours. It's just I go there, hang out with my peeps. I have a coffee. Then I go do my gym workout, my weights. Then I do my cardio for an hour. And I can be pretty intentional about it because it's just an hour. Let's get some endorphins up. Let's get it. So my hour will probably be a little bit more intense anyway. So it'll be more intense. So I'll end up burning more calories anyway. And I feel better, and then it's done. And I was like, wow. So interesting that I have to honor my heart. And that's really the mental model to get from here. Like, my heart now is honoring, saying that's not the right thing to do 2 hours right now. There is no rush. You're not trying to split. You're not trying to increase stress too much. You're not, like, you're just flowing. You're flowing. And the flow is like, that's just what I'm doing. I'm flowing there. Okay. And it made everything seem so much, I was like, well, that's easy. I can just go to the gym whenever I'm in Melbourne or wherever. That's easy. It's just gym and an hour of cardio, easy, gym and an hour of cardio. Like, it's not even a problem. So that's cool, right? I'm like, okay, I'm feeling it. Okay, cool. Awesome. I'm feeling it. I'm going for it. And we've committed to this no processed foods, but there's still like there's always a cost, right? When you do something negative, there's always a cost. You smoke the cigarettes. I used to smoke cigarettes, by the way. Very hard to quit cigarettes. Horrific. The worst thing in the world. Doesn't even get you anywhere. It doesn't get you high or anything. It's like, it's just useless, really bad. But I really struggled with it. And it was just a really struggle to get rid of it. Anyway, you smoke the cigarettes. If you're going to come off the cigarettes, your body is going to withdraw. If you're going to eat the sugar, your body is going to withdraw from the sugar. If you're going to eat the shit foods, I've been having protein ice creams. It's going to withdraw from that. There is a cost to anything negative. So although I can feel great and I can be like flowy, there is still going to be a cost over the next 2 to 3 days of what I did over the last 8 days. There's going to be a cost. And I just have to wear that cost. And I think it was important for me to see, I think it was important for me to go harder, and being like, life has shown me, you went too hard, you snapped, you ended up putting on some fat, now you're going to go back again, so you've lost again maybe so let's say for 8 to 10 days I wasn't losing weight, but I was gaining weight. Now I'll have to lose the fat an extra 2-3 kilos over the next 2 weeks. So I've lost 3-4 weeks of progress, but I could have just gone slower, taken an extra week or 2, and already been done and had more time the whole time. So really, I can't do that anymore. I can't honor that experience or doing that anymore. It's just no good. It's no good, Bob. It's no good. So it's wild because right now, as I'm filming this, we're still editing videos where I'm still intense. So by the way, it's a very intense experience. Going through an ascension process, like literally changing your whole identity, loving yourself, your core, the whole way of how I'm moving through life, while at the same time editing and watching videos of literally me 3-4 months ago being a completely different person. That is such a profoundly weird experience. I cannot even tell you. It's difficult. It's difficult, but it's also therapeutic because you're like, I can see where I was going wrong. I can see, and it's also like a big learning journey because you're like, I see, and I'm not that now. So it's just been it's like a brilliant litmus test. You're like checking in and you're like, right, no, that's no good. Oof, that's, no good. Oh, good, okay, cool. Anyway, so there's this girl. Don't get twisted yet, right? Is this girl? Well, there's 2 girls actually. Let's discuss one for the moment. There's this girl. We talk a lot over coffee. She's the barista at the gym. She was the girl that saw my ex at the festival in a really bad place on narcotics, really bad place. My ex has told me that this girl said some stuff about me. I confronted this girl immediately. She was like, no, I never said that. And she was really apologetic. She was like, I didn't mean to, I probably shouldn't have even said hi. And I'm like, no, don't worry. My ex is in a unfortunate psychosis at the moment. So don't worry. I know your heart's pure. And we kind of connect on music and connect on presence. She's a lot younger. People will hate me for this. She's a lot younger. She's like 21, right? A lot younger. But we connect on an interesting plane. Like there's a presence, like an aware person, if that makes sense. I'm not necessarily attracted to her, if that makes sense. But on a soul level, like nice. She's young, so mentally there's a disbalance, but there was something there, right? Anyway, we connected over music, and over 4 weeks ago or something, I thought, man, human connection's not bad for me. I'll invite her over, we'll listen to some music, and then we'll go for a walk. I'm not in my women era, right? Not yet. Not creating that yet. Not saying no, but I'm not in that era yet, okay? So I felt that, and I go, you know what? So I'm not in that era. And she was like, my boyfriend probably wouldn't like that. And I was like, oh, I'm definitely not in that area. Didn't mean it that way. And then we left it there, but continued talking, right? Loving the coffee chats, etc. But something was there, and I've just didn't know what it was. And I was like, look, let me share this song. I wrote this song for you. And I was like, what's your year look like? And she's like, I'm just sort of flatline, not really sure. And I decided to ask her because she mentioned once about piano. And I was like, what's your piano like? Is it just a thing? Anyway, turns out she just goes with a feeling and just produces music. Hasn't done it for a while, but it just spills out of her. It's like she's speaking in the same way that I'm speaking. It's like something's there and it just pours out of her. And she sent me 2 clips. And one of the clips at the gym made me cry. It brought a tear to my eye. And I was like, oh my God, this was meant to be. And I've been searching for the next song, and I've been on the piano train in my head, and I've been looking for piano tracks, but it hasn't fit. And I was like, this is why we're meant to meet, etc. This is why. So I said, let's potentially do a collaboration. And we're working on it. So we're working on it. I'm exciting, right? As I walk out to the lift today in my apartment block, I get chatting with a lady that I've chatted to before and we've made a big difference to. And I was like, I wrote my first song. She's like, get out. She's like, I'm a vocal coach. She's like, I could always tell your baritone was like, you've got pipes. And I was like, okay, universe, okay. Suddenly it's like every person that's coming at me is just related to this and just feeding this vision, it just keeps going. And I'm like, again, have I gone nuts? Or have I just not been listening to my heart this whole time? And truly, spiritually, this was meant to be. I played it to my grandma as well, the song. She listened to it, she didn't understand the whole words, but she's like, and they screamed it at me, both grandpa and grandma, you remind us of this person. You remind us of this person. And I wrote it down because I'm like, the universe is always giving you signs, don't resist it. I'm like, all right, searched him up today, and it was the person that wrote Hallelujah. It's cold and it's broken, hallelujah. The original. And I was like, that's exactly what I feel. And it was like 1984, and it was like, they were like, yeah, emotional, and we love this, and he was banned at the time, and it's like, wow, awesome, cool, I'll take that on. So that's there. Now the other girl. I know you might want to know the other girl. Okay, the other girl, bit different. So the other girl, I spoke to her 6-8 weeks ago. I've been on this journey of, I realized that with females, I have been always avoiding the people that I'm necessarily attracted to, or the people that I respect, or like, you know, I basically would, because I didn't love myself, basically everything that I was drawn to my heart-wise, I would use intellect and not do that and do the opposite. So with her, I said, hey, 6 weeks ago, I said, you just have an incredible rig. And she does. She has her physique is 10 out of 10. Like, she trains well, you can see she eats well, she's relatively lean, also my flavor, quite petite, like shorter than me. Turned out she was British as well. Amazing. And, you know, we've chatted here and there, but very brief, because I'm not interested in females. However, she's my type of flavor of female. But I came up to her once and she flinched and she was like, oh, sorry, I get jumpy. So there's a little bit of trauma there. Something's there. And I was like, Andrew, you're just getting attracted again to the people with trauma. Like, stop, just... And anyway, so today we chatted again and I was like, new fit, great. And she's like, are you an NPC? And I was like, we're always at the gym at the same time, but we go at the gym at always separate times. And I was like, yeah, we are always. And we do. Sometimes, like, I'm there at 12. Sometimes there at the morning. Like, we're different times. And she's like, we're always there. She's like, is it you that's an NPC or I'm an NPC? NPC, by the way, for the adults. And I didn't know this as well. So I'm not trying to say anything bad about you. NPC is non-playable characters. So in video games, there's characters which are put in by computers, which just do the same thing all the time. Meaning you can't control them, they're like asleep. So they're like a computer game. Basically, she's saying, are you not real? And I was like, are you not real? And I was like, are we meant to meet each other? We had a bit of a like, I don't know if there's a bit of a flirt going on, but it's got me thinking that I should invite her for dinner, and that means that Andrew is in a bit of trouble. Because that's the beginning. And I need to not do that right now. I really need to not do that. But she's cute and she's British. I just can't stop it. Found out she works from home, and that's why I also work from home, and we connected trying to go at night, and it was like, I always think it's a good idea sometimes, and then it's like, nah, no good. And I was like, have you got trauma? Am I meant to tell you something? And she's like, aren't all the weird ones the best ones that they have it? And I'm like, yep, we are. And we kind of connected there. And as I'm saying it, but Andrew is banned at the moment. I'm genuinely not going there. I'm genuinely not going there. So that's the reality of it. But stay tuned. Point is, that's that. So we've covered off the ladies, we've covered off the universe, we've covered off this potential collaboration, and we've covered off the most important thing, which is me going down to 1 hour of cardio because it felt right. It feels right. I'm not in a rush. I'm not going anywhere. I'm just moving through it. Unfortunately, at the moment, I have to recover from the shitty food, and we have to let that all seep out of our system, and that's okay. I will deal with that as we go. I arrive to Melbourne in a couple of days. I have had a thought of getting a tattoo with my ex. We always meant to do that, so stay tuned. I don't know if she's up for that. I don't know if my feeling is up for it. I did a bit of a scroll around and not sure if it's possible, not sure if it is, but I'll float the idea. We'll see what happens. Maybe get a joint tattoo. We always wanted one together. Not that we're going to be together, but separate. And there's news about that as well. Well, I guess I'll share. She has confirmed, my previous ex of 16 years confirmed 100% she's actually autistic on the spectrum. And I shed a tear and she's been crying because she always thought there was something wrong with her, and she always hoped that one day she'd figure it out and not be wrong with her. And for her, she's now on her self-love journey of realizing, well, oh, I'm not that way, but I'm this way, because there's a lot of strengths. Like, you are amazing, and there's things that you struggle with, and you're going to struggle with that forever, so you don't need to struggle with that anymore. She would bash herself all the time, and my love for her only grew even deeper for that, because a lot of the things was like, oh, you just got to do this, and then why can't you figure it out? Why can't you figure it out? Well, because her brain's wired differently. So it's like, and confirmation. I then went and checked, do I have ADHD? Do I have any of that? Checked it all. I don't have ADHD. I wish I did. I don't have ADHD. I don't have ADHD. I don't think I'm on the spectrum either. But why I'm connected to autistics, I think, or I'm connected to traumed, is through magic and through hypnotherapy, through everything that I've learned. What I learned, and through my traumatic experiences, is to be hyper aware. I'm hyper aware to everything that's going on all the time. I'm aware to what's going on over there, what's going on over there while I'm speaking to you, what's going on behind here, what's coming out of my mouth, how you're interpreting my words. I'm aware of my likes, my ums, my ims, the way I'm sitting, the way I'm not, the way I've turned my ear to bling out my my piercing, bling out my piercing. I'm aware at all times to 900 things all at the same time. Now, I don't know if that's how my brain is built, but it doesn't, and I'd want to explain it that it's through magic, but I've tried to check OCD, tried to check schizophrenia, I don't have any of the popular diseases. My soul I guess I was just built fucking amazing. Don't know. And it's weird. But I'm living in it. I'm living in my truth. Like, I'm aware. Cool. I'm aware. So what happens for me is other people that life or their brain has made them aware to the little things or the little details, I naturally get along with better, because they've got their awareness is tighter. So because of that, we share a similar language. I see things and they see things. So not entirely certain, but that, or maybe I'm slightly autistic, not sure, but I've learned to work with it. Not sure. Not sure, but here we are. I made a joke with the ex that I am autistic friendly. I am definitely autistic friendly. So if there's any autistics watching this, I fucking love you. Clearly, I keep dating you. So hit me up. No, I'm banned. I'm really banned. But I love you. That's the update for today. A lot happens in 24 hours for me. Like, it's wild. Like, a lot happens for me in 24 hours. It's less than 24 hours. I'm filming earlier than yesterday. A lot happens. And I think the biggest mental model is, if you're here, that means you're ready for the value, ready for the hit point. Momentum. Momentum is pretty hard to start. So right now, it's my hardest day to start eating good again. But once I got the momentum, just keep the momentum going. So I've got the momentum with the music, keep it going. I've got the momentum with listening to my heart, keep it going. Once you've got the ball rolling, it's like physical energy, it's like physics. Once you've got the ball rolling, it's easy to keep rolling the ball instead of starting from scratch. Keep the momentum going in your life. I love you. Have the best day ever. And even if things aren't turning out the way you thought they were, change that. It's happening for a reason. Maybe it's showing you a sign. Maybe it's showing you what not to do. Maybe it's teaching you a lesson that you still haven't learned. That's all. I love you. Have the best day. Till tomorrow. Peace.